It's going to cloud up today. We start the day with sunshine, clear skies this morning. It's a cold start to the day, but clouds are going to roll in, and tomorrow morning is going to be completely different. Tomorrow morning we'll be looking at some rain falling at this hour. So let's talk about what you need to know. Right now, again, skies are clear. We are chilly this morning, and temps are still dropping until really the sun comes up. Breaking down your Tuesday here, we've got a cold but bright start, and then the clouds start to thicken later this afternoon. Now, the system looks like it's moving a little bit more slowly than maybe it did as of yesterday. So I think we will see some sunshine even into the afternoon, but clouds start to increase. Rain will arrive likely after the evening commute and continue into the overnight hours and may impact tomorrow morning's commute for many of us, at least with some light rainfall. Right now it's cold, but it's dry. We've got current temperatures near freezing in Wilmington, 36 in Coatesville, about 40 in Philadelphia, 38 degrees in Doylestown. That's what you need to dress for when you step out the door. There's not a ton of wind this morning, just a light breeze, so that makes it feel at least a little bit better, but you're still going to want the heavy coat today. Even with the sun this morning, it is definitely still a chilly one. Highs only in the upper 40s to near 50, with sunshine giving way to thickening clouds. And here's the system that's coming our way tonight. It has rain over portions of Indiana and Ohio, a little bit of snow on the northern edge, and for us, if you're in the Poconos or the higher elevations of the Lehigh Valley, this starts to move in overnight and could start as a bit of a rain-snow mix and maybe some accumulations in the highest elevations there. Meanwhile, just rain through the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning's commute here in Philadelphia. I'll take you through the full timing, just how much rain we can expect and what to expect for the rest of the week as well coming up. Let's send it over to Kim Hudson for a check on traffic. Yeah, it's cold outside this morning. It's seasonably cold, but it is definitely feeling colder even than yesterday because there's not as much wind, which may make you a little bit confused. You'd think wind makes you feel colder. It does. The wind chills were worse yesterday, but without a lot of wind and with clear skies, it is very, very chilly to start your morning, and that cold is still going to be in place when rain arrives later tonight. It's going to take its time warming up, so that means for some parts of the area, this system that comes in overnight may start as a little bit of snow. Let's take a look at where this system is right now. Just want to pull up our national map for you here and just take a look at what we're seeing in the past kind of 3 hours of radar. This is the system we're tracking. It's moving across the Midwest right now. It doesn't have a ton with it as far as heavy rain or severe weather, but it is going to bring rain, and yes, on the northern edge, enough cold air filters in that we may see a little bit of snow breakout in portions of the Great Lakes in the Midwest and eventually here in our neck of the woods for the Poconos. But if you're north of I-78 in the Lehigh Valley, you may even see some snow mixing in as this system gets underway overnight into tomorrow morning. So we'll take a look at the timing in just a moment. I want to start you off with what you need to know as you step out the door right now. Right now, 37 degrees in Philly, but it feels like 31. It's 27 in Millville. It is cold there. 28 in Mount Pocono. Not as bad to the north and west where there are a few more clouds. We've got temps in the mid to upper 30s in Allentown and in Pottstown this morning. You can see that kind of cloud bank that was in place overnight that kept things just a little milder. Here's another look at that system, and you can see the purple colors here, an indication of some snow on the northern edge. This is mainly just a cold rain, and it does not get in until later tonight, after the sun goes down, likely after the evening drive. But we will see the clouds start to filter in as the day progresses. We'll get to near 50 for the daytime high. Taking you through the timing of this system, this is 8 p.m., still not really raining. It's going to take a while for the rain to reach the ground because the air is so dry. It's moistening up as the day goes on, but really not starting to come down steadily until the overnight. 3:30 in the morning, we will be dealing with rain, and look at that. That blue is some snow, kind of a wet snow mixing with rain, maybe a coating to an inch in the highest elevations of the Poconos. You may see a light slushy accumulation at the onset in portions of the Lehigh Valley, but this is just green, just rain for most of us. And by about 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, this is already moving out and kind of fizzling. How much snow are we talking? For most of us, 0. But in the Lehigh Valley and up toward the Poconos, you could pick up a coating to an inch in the highest elevations in the mountains, and maybe just a light dusting here and there in the highest elevations of the northern Lehigh Valley. So this is not a snowmaker for most, but it is going to start the day with rain for your Wednesday. We'll keep it chilly. Milder as we head toward the weekend, and it does brighten up as well. Kim, I'll send it over to you. Morning underway. It's clear, it's cold, but we've got some big changes in the forecast as the day progresses. We've got some rain moving in, although likely not getting in until after the evening drive, which is good news. So we've got a little bit of everything over the next 24 hours. We've got sun, we've got clouds, we've got cold, and then slightly warmer conditions, and then the rain. And for some, maybe even a few snowflakes, but I think you've got to be pretty far north, basically I-78 in the Lehigh Valley on northward to see it. So next weather change is rain moving in tonight with a possible snow mix to the north. I don't think most of us see snowflakes, but if you're in Allentown or Bethlehem, you may see a little bit before it changes over and mixes with some rain and possibly some light accumulations, especially up toward the Poconos. Current conditions, let's take a look at what you're walking out to. Temperatures are dropping steadily as the morning goes on. We're at 37 in Philadelphia now, 33 degrees in Wilmington, 35 in Coatesville, and 37 in Pottstown. It feels a little bit colder, but we don't have as much wind as we had yesterday, so at least we're not dealing with those bitter wind chills. So I'm giving you a B at the bus stop. It is going to cloud up, but temperatures getting close to the 50 mark, and without as much wind, it's not a terrible day, at least daylight hours wise. But here's the system we're tracking for tonight. Moving into western Ohio now, still some decent real estate between us and this rain. So I think most of the day is quiet, maybe even some sun into the afternoon. Notice how the clouds start to drift in, but it's late tonight that the rain moves in, and by the overnight hours it's coming down, and we've got a little snow north of Allentown basically into tomorrow morning. I'll tell you about whether we could see accumulations up in the Poconos and when that rain moves out as you plan your day tomorrow. Kim, I'll send it over to you. Maybe over the weekend if you took the whole week off, and the weekend forecast looks quiet, but we don't have quiet weather on the way tonight. We've got some rain to talk about, and even for some, especially in the Poconos, the chance to see some snow. But outside this morning, no precipitation out there. You can leave the umbrellas at home unless you're going to be out until maybe 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, and then you will want to bring it with you. But if you're just about to leave the house, heading to school, to work, the gym, you don't need any umbrellas. You do need a coat because it is cold and clear to start the day today. Sunshine to start our day, and then you'll notice more clouds drifting in the afternoon. The timing on this has actually shifted a little bit later. So as of yesterday, it looked like a little bit of rain could maybe make its way in as early as 5 or 6 o'clock. Now I think it's not until maybe 8 or 9 that we start to see the first little waves of rain, just because the air is so dry, it's going to take a while for it to start reaching the ground. It's overnight that the rain is steadiest. Periods of a cold rain around the city and suburbs. And far north, we're talking I-78 in the Lehigh Valley on north into the Poconos. That's where we could see some snow mixing in. We'll still be dealing with rain for tomorrow morning's commute in Philadelphia, at least until 8 or 9, and then it moves off the coast. So here's a look at what's happening right now. Satellite-wise, there are just a few clouds to the north. Most of us are clear, and that has allowed temperatures to drop. But here is the system on our doorstep, and it's moving in, and this is our next weather maker. And we're always looking at what's next with next weather. So here it comes, moving through Cincinnati this morning. And you can see kind of the purple on the northern edge of this where snow is breaking out in parts of southern Michigan. This is what will really impact the Poconos as we go through the overnight hours. So today at a glance, we're looking at about 48 degrees for the high today. Slightly below average still, but not as windy. So 48 will at least feel like 48 if that's any measure of relief there. Oh, as we head into the late night hours, that's when we could see a little bit of rain, some rain chances by this evening, but rain really ramps up overnight tonight. So here is the timing. We'll start this at 8:30 this evening. It's cloudy, still generally dry. We may start to see the first drops falling first in Delaware, and then it moistens up basically from south to north. So it may take its time getting started north and west of Philadelphia, but notice there may be a time early tomorrow morning where we've got a pretty heavy rain snow mix, or even just some wet snow coming down in the Poconos. And again, basically north of that I-78 corridor. Further south, it's just rain, and it's a light rain for tomorrow morning's commute, but it is going to be a dreary, wet start to the day, and then that clears out by the afternoon. Just some lingering clouds, and it stays on the chilly side. As far as snowfall is concerned, for most of us, this is not going to produce any snow, but we may see a light coating in the Lehigh Valley in spots. Certainly up in the Poconos could pick up an inch or so at the highest elevations. And then we do start to warm back up. Now there's another chance for showers late Friday, but the weekend looks pretty good. If you're running the Philly Marathon or half marathon, we've got temps in the 50s and the return of some sunshine Saturday and Sunday. Kim, I'll send it over to you.